Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome live on the set, Quince performing artist Frankie J. Welcome.
What's up? Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I want to play something real quick. I want to get down to business. You got a brand new album out, Faith, Hope.
Y Amor.
Yes. I want to make sure I say it right. Faith, Hope, y Amor.
Y Amor. Faith, Hope, and Love.
Number one on the Latin iTunes. That's huge.
Yes, it was. It definitely was, especially after a 6-year break, coming back into the whole entire scene, the music scene again, and just knowing that the fans never forgot about me.
Were you worried about that? You're like, you know what?
I was. I'm not gonna lie. I was.
Okay.
I was very, very, worried about that because, after taking a 6-year break, you don't know the type of reaction you're gonna get from the fans, if they still remember you, if they still even care for your music, and man, it was just awesome just to know that it debuted at #1. The album came out May 28th. If you haven't got it, go get it. It's out in stores. Go get. It's on iTunes as well. And it was just awesome. I was just very, very happy about the whole situation. My label was as well. My management was as well. And it was just amazing.
Let me say this. Let me ask you this.
Sure.
Did you lay in bed with your wife? No, it was a legit question.
Yeah.
Did you lay in bed with your wife?
Yeah.
And did you ever ask her, like, hey, am I kidding myself, or am I cool? Am I okay? Did you guys have that talk? Because I think every guy turns to the one in his life that would tell him the truth.
We were actually in bed. We were in bed in the morning, woke up in the morning, and I was just so curious to where the album would be, when it came out. She was the one that actually saw it first. Okay. She saw it first on her phone. She went on the internet and stuff, checked it out, went on iTunes, and she goes, babe, wake up. And I'm like, what? It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and she goes, your album is #1 on iTunes. And I was like, wow. I was just, very thankful. And, we actually said a prayer. We said a prayer that at that moment, and it was just very powerful, very, very powerful.
Was there ever a conversation about, should I get back into the music, or should I? Because, when you have a family, you have a family.
Right. Well, the whole reason why I took the 6-year break was because I wanted to focus more on my kids. My kids, I was working so much for like a good 5-year run, and it was nothing but work, and I was traveling, and I was just missing home all the time, and I wasn't really focusing on my priorities, which was focusing on my wife, my kids, being a family man. It was more about, let's make that money. And finally, I said, you know what? My kids are already 4 years old, 5 years old. This is the time when it's crucial, where they remember everything.
It's time to slow down and get good at Xbox.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And that's exactly what happened. And so, there was a time where I was like, you know what? There's an itch. I'm like, I need to get back. I need to come back out there and do it again. Plus, you need to give yourself also to the fans that. And I'm grateful for them because they were able to. I've had an incredible career because of them.
Now we're live in studio with Frankie J. He'll be performing a song or two at our quince, and we have an ultimate quinceañera, and you can go to z90.com and register to win this. Imagine this: I'm going to play part of one of your live performances, and the reason I'm not playing just the hook of your song "Beautiful,"
right,
the produced one, because you got the talent. Even when if someone handed you a mic and said, hey, go over there in the backyard and karaoke this song, the neighbors would show up and go, who is this? Listen to this, Cheryl. This is from a live performance for another unnamed station I won't name. Does it make you nervous?
Oh, my goodness.
It
does.
This sounds so good. Frankie gets up in front of everybody
thank you.
And says this. Listen to this.
I would like to perform Beautiful, if that's all right with you guys. And let me see if we can get the cueing. They go something like this. I turn my head to the right.
Woo!
Oh, my goodness.
That is good.
Woo!
Can't stop thinking about you. Girl, you're always on my mind. And all I can say is, damn, you're beautiful. Hey, love.
You could have rocked that whole song. You could have rocked that whole song without any backing track.
Acapella. I was so nervous. I was so nervous.
You kidding? I just
always
got
get
goosebumps.
nervous. I get nervous every time that I perform, and I always get these butterflies in my stomach because I don't know how well it's going to sound. I freak out on the sound all the time. But I just try to stay confident enough so I don't have to hit a wrong note or something like that, you know? Because then if I do, then they criticize you. They're like, yeah, he's singing live and he's singing wrong.
Man. It's going to be like YouTube so fast, right?
Exactly.
You're
It'll
beautiful.
go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, start over. No, straight to YouTube. Well, listen.
Oh, man.
We're gonna play a song. We're gonna come back, ask you about how it's gonna go down at our quince, and ask you about America's Got Talent. How was that?
Cool.
Very cool. And
yeah,
what it's like to be back in the hood.
Perfect.
You're back in the hood, back home,
back in town, baby.
We'll
Yes,
do
sir.
it next. Live on the air with Frankie J here on Jamma Z90. We're live in studio with Frankie J. You're nervous to hear that.
I am.
Why are you nervous to hear that?
Nervous.
You got it.
I just, I don't know.
Everybody doesn't like to see themselves do anything, right? Everyone's like,
yeah, I don't know. I get like the heebie-jeebies when I see it.
is that like hearing? That's like the way we feel when we hear ourselves on an answering machine, right? Same thing. You're like, I don't like to hear my own voice. You don't hear it the same as us.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I feel weird sometimes when I see myself from a recording of television. My wife, like, she'll record everything. And, oh, look, we recorded you on the Jay Leno or on whatever show, and I'll see it maybe once, and then I'll just be like, okay, I don't want to see it again.
Well, you're live on Reading Rainbow. It was great. Hey, speaking of TV, you were on America's Got Talent. How was that? Because I watched your performance, and boy, that dancers, the production, it just looked great.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a great experience for me. When they told me that I was going to be a part of the show, I was like, no way, am I going to, what am I going to do? And they're like, well, you're going to perform. I was like, okay, cool. And just meeting the kids, man, and they actually won. They were the ones that actually won the whole entire contest and all that stuff. So it was great. It was awesome.
Now, I saw this performance share off of YouTube, and I have an odd question. But
Don't put it on.
No, do put it on. It's great. It really is great. I have a question, though. At the end of it, it just cuts it off when you're done singing. I don't know whether or not, did the judges have any input? Did they talk to you, or was it just like, okay, on to the next thing?
No, it was just like a performance.
Did you talk to any of them?
I didn't get a chance to meet any of them.
Maybe that was
it would have been cool to meet Howard Stern or or Sharon Osbourne, but I didn't get a chance to meet any of the actual judges.
Probably just as well, right?
Yeah.
Just be like, why don't you shove it? I know what I'm doing. Okay? I don't come to your radio set and adjust your microphone.
They always they had us backstage, and that's where we stayed. We were just
cool.
hanging out and talking to the people that were actually contestants.
Yeah. So
real nice.
Our Quince's coming up. You can enter to win. This is huge. I mean,
I'm excited about this.
We're throwing the party, the food, the everything, and then you're going to show up and perform. How is this going to go about? Because I'm sure people are wondering, can I request some songs?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to do Beautiful, I imagine?
I always get Daddy's Little Girl as a request.
Sure.
It's a song that a lot of the ladies love, and but I don't know. It's such a sad song that I don't know if I want to perform it at a quinceañera.
Just do do a dubstep version of it.
Dubstep, yeah.
Just be like Daddy's Little Girl.
Up tempo.
It'll be weird, but at least it won't be as sad.
That's a great idea, man. Just so that it takes away from the sadness.
Yeah. Hey, you're back in San Diego. When you get to the Quince, it's your hometown.
Yes.
Can they request songs? I'm going to ask you, how are you going to work this? Just so we know what to expect. Are you going to have a couple songs prepared and ready to go? You think that's the way to go?
I think that's probably the way to go. I'd rather just have it already prepared, sketched out, and ready to go, so that when I get there, it's on in Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
You do it.
That's how I should have said it.
I think that's one of the nice things is when you do perform, and you kind of don't see this. It never, ever looks like you're winging it. You've got it down. You understand, and I respect that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool.
Thank you very much.
Now you're in San Diego. Where do you hang?
Oh, man.
What's
Where
your
do
spot?
I go?
Where do you go? Where do you go for food? Where do you go for fun?
I like to stay home. I like to just be home and just hang out because of the traveling. You're always out and about, and then you finally get you come home. You're hanging out. You're with the kids, or in the studio.
Right.
When I'm not working, I'm even working. But now that you said food, well, I like to go to Lolitas every now and then to go get the carne asada burrito.
Okay.
I do that every now. I'm guilty of that. I do it every now and then. And sometimes I'll get the carne asada chips. I know I shouldn't be talking about food so early this morning like that.
Love that stuff.
But yeah, that's what I do.
That's all good.
You know.
Well, you know
it's
what?
cool.
We're excited to have you be a part of it. We want people
Thank
to go
you.
to iTunes and download your album.
Thank you. Yes, go
Faith,
get
Hope
it.
y
Go
Amor.
get it. Faith, Hope y Amor. It's out already. If you guys haven't gotten it, please go out and get it. You won't be disappointed. Follow me on all my social medias.
Pimp them all. Put
All of
on
them.
there.
And it's going to be simple. Instagram, Twitter, and Vine is the real Frankie J. My Facebook is just Frankie J Official. Go check it out. It's really me hitting everybody up. And, you know, I like to get involved with all the fans and all the gossips and stuff like that they have on there. Todo el chisme. Con toda la raza.
6 years, didn't miss a step. 6 years,
Thank
you didn't
you.
miss a step. You sound
Oh,
better than
man.
ever. You look great.
Thank you very much.
Frankie
I
J,
appreciate
man,
it.
it's my first chance to meet you, and I like you as a person, man. I really do.
Good
I
guy.
appreciate it, man. Thank
you're
you
a
very
good
much.
dad, and I really could hear this as a dubstep song.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
See?
Remix.
Wah, wah, wah,
And it
wah,
was
wah,
your
bah,
idea.
bah, 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 bah. Thank you.
That's awesome,
That was
man.
good.
I'm gonna start doing that now. You guys want to hear Daddy's Little Girl? Hit it, dubstep.
Gotta get the choreography behind you.
Everything. No piano, just all everything's electric, computerized.